I got all the do-do-do's going on. But I also got... Oh, wow. I just hit the brakes on that. That was perfect. Let me fire up some chat activities. And then we'll play Build a Coffee. Yeah, screw Build-A-Bear. We gotta build some coffee. Haley hooked me up. She's got the twofer going on there. Let's see, who's on the mic today? Oh, are they actually leaving? Are they actually leaving? Oh, they're abandoning. Come on, leave. I mean, everyone's got a right to sit, and she looks wounded, but jeez, my spot. Are they leaving? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get to it. Blump. Coffee time. Yes, it's early. Because I got a ton of shit to do later. I got a ton of shit to do. I figured I'd just, like last night, what the heck's going on over there? Security's rousting someone. They're rousting. Got done like 2:30. I mean, I thought I got done like at 11:30. Then I stayed up to like 2:31, finished some stuff off. It was a thing of beauty, but it shortened my day today. So, it allowed me to come out a little early and see everyone in the daytime. See what the daytime crew activity's like. Let me like my own video. Let's see who's here. 53 people. That ain't too shabby. Maria Ann kicking off Super Chat activity. Super Chat parking activity, to be precise, which that's what it is. Let's get over to all messages. I gotta get this coffee in me. I've been actually, I've been doing a lot of Sumatra this week, so I'm rather caffeinated. This is gonna be extra special. Gonna be extra caffeinated. I'm psyched. It was a great week. A good way to wrap it up, seeing all my friends out there. Let me say hello to Janice, Mary Leathers, Bill, Val Marie. I heard Val Marie's playing hooky. I want a note from, oh shit, a note from your parents, teacher, doctor, I don't know, somebody. Or the concert. Marie Bella. I do enjoy saying that. Chanel Fischel. Yeah, the names are not back. I don't know if the names are ever going to get back to normal. It's weird. Shout out Destin, Florida, Mama Surfer. Linda Anderson. Thomas Anderson. That's what that makes me think of. All right, let's build some coffee as these people vacate their spot. Vacate my spot. I guess I should bring a reserve thing. I'll take it from like the Bellagio next time I'm in there. It'll be reserved. One of them reserved blacks. Alright, let's get a little sugar in there. Because I did real good on carbs. I'm really, when the, I cannot say the weather's changing. However, the past 3 days, and there's a possibility that tomorrow it's been in the mid-90s. Like, it only went up to 94 today. It went up to 93 yesterday. And it rained twice. First time it rained, it was about 4 or 5 swipes of the windshield wiper. Then it was done. Yeah, when, you know, big monsoon season. Ooh, scary. Rained about 30 seconds yesterday and about 45 seconds the day before. That was kind of cool. It's going to go back up into the hundos over the weekend. Ugh. That's just butt. Jeez, hope they tip good for the mess they left over there. What up with that? Oh, I wish it was in that much cooler weather. Got the ambiance going on. Come on, get control of that gimbal, Bror Fredrik. We got some Vegas stuff to talk about. What else am I going to talk about? Might as well cut to the chase. We'll talk about how Xers and boomers and some late millennials, probably the coolest generation ever. I was just thinking about the shit that we used to do. I mean, we got to touch on it. Like right before, we'll get some other stuff out of the way, but I do want to touch on that. Reason being is because on the ride over, I was listening to two cool things. One, whose car we taking. I love that. That brings back good memories. And the other thing I listened to was Pantera. For some reason, I got in the vehicle today, and the Pantera CD was hanging. It was like ejected. I didn't even know it was in there, to tell you the truth. I don't remember putting it in there, but it was ejected out. I don't know what happened overnight, or there was gremlins or some shit in the vehicle. But I was like, Pantera. And I popped that sucker in, and I listened to Respect like 3 or 4 times during the drive. And then I listened to, it was just great. I'd kill myself for you. However, I'd kill you for myself. That was some crazy shit. And it just brought back so many memories, you know? Like we had love ballads. Like, we learned, because I'm an Xer. We learned about life and relationships from Meatloaf. You know what I'm saying? Paradise by the Dashboard Light, Impulse Control. He kept his word, but then he ended up marrying the wrong person just so he can get laid. And then he's like, and I promise I'd love it till the end of time. I swore I'd love it till the end of time. So now I'm praying for the end of time to hurry up and arrive. 'Cause if I gotta spend another minute with you, I don't think that I could really survive. I'll never break my promise or forget my vows, but God only knows what I could do right now. Praying for the end of time so I can end my time with you. Well, it was long ago and it was far away, and it was so much better than it is today. Well, it was long ago and it was far away, so much better than it is today. That's how we learned about life, There's a commercial on local radio here. It's like, before there was microplastic, where people worrying about microplastic, parents used to worry about the music their kids listen to. Now it's all freaking crap, We learned about impulse control from freaking Meatloaf. And we learned how to manage expectations from Meatloaf. 'Cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. Now don't be sad, don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And then we learned about that, managing expectations. We learned about, let's see, what else did we learn from Meatloaf? Well, I'm into Meatloaf, because Meatloaf is cool. Oh, he passed. What did we learn about? We learned about, like, bat out of hell, I've been gone when the morning comes. What could compare to a generation that grew up vibing to Bat Out of Hell? Come on now. Or only the good die young, only the good die young. Or how about the fact that we used to go to listen to music, get in a ring with a couple hundred other people and beat the crap out of each other. And you'd have like a fat lip and a bloody nose, and you'd be like, that was great. You know what I'm saying? Mosh pits. Imagine a mosh pit now. First of all, people be suing each other. People be crying. People be like, dudes that have their makeup smeared, be like, well, what the actual F? We grew up in mosh pits. That was our form of entertainment. Freaking gladiatorial freaking mosh pits. Dudes swinging on each other. Some chicks too. And that was like, that was like normal. Listening to like Pantera, listening to Typo Negative. Jeez, the days. Imagine a mosh pit now. It'd be like, oh, stop. All right, bonk. Let me turn this around. I was supposed to talk about that later, but we'll talk about it. It was just the coolest time. We were the coolest people doing the coolest shit ever. Like, it doesn't happen like that anymore. We didn't need, like, I mean, there was just enough technology to not, like, F things up. The analog world. It was just freaking awesome. Oh. He's doing, oh, wait, thumbnail. I'm sorry I can get a thumbnail out of this. But let me flex. Plonk, plonk, plonk. Oh, that's a good thumbnail. Alright, I'll capture that thumbnail later. Alright, let's see what you guys is talking about. 'Cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years since I checked in. Wow, congratulations, it's been a few days. I'm on a Meatloaf thing. I could sing that to Meatloaf. Been a couple of years since I checked in. Wow, congrats, visiting in a few days and some Vegas performance coming. Cool. I mean, if I'm out, come say hello. How you doing, Venus? Yeah, my eyes are looking crazy blue today. I guess because it's more light in here or something. Shout out Anthony. Shout out Warrington. Cindy. Who else is here? I think I must have got a commercial because my chat is not moving. Thomas Helms, what's going on, brother? Saw a movie last night. I saw F1. Yeah, Tom said it was a good movie too. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Kevin, how you doing? Good to see you too. Thomas Helm, member for 56 months. Man, do you know? I was purging my email because my inbox, I have like a cumulative inbox box for everything, and I had like 14,000 unread messages, so it was slowing things down. Like everything was like, wait. So I just started a purge. I did it by searching and then, but I got monetized on YouTube. I was sitting playing Buffalo in the win. When the congratulations, you know, your channel's now monetized. It was exactly 5 years ago. Exactly 5 years ago. To the day. Oh, I almost thumb pressed that. Buy 50 memberships for $200. Not bad. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. Can you believe that? During the freaking pandemic. Alright, who else is here? Thank you. She cleaned my table. She cleaned my table. Alright, now we're shuffling on over that way, so chill out. I still haven't sucked down any of this coffee, but keep an eye on something. I don't know. He's going over there. Alright. You know, I gotta get everything all symmetrical. All up in your grill. I am so looking forward to this coffee. It's gonna make my freaking day. Look at that spoon. And I got this whole table discombobulated. I'm gonna do a little housekeeping here and we'll jet on over there. Let's mosey. Let's meander. Meandering's like moseying, right? No, meandering is... Oh, moseying is taking the time. Meandering is just kind of like walking around willy-nilly. Willie Nelson. All right. Let's get this going here. I mean, despite what it looks like here, Canelo versus... You know what? I haven't really even... I haven't seen Crawford fight. I don't know what his fight game is, but it appears to me, I mean, I've seen some warm-ups, it appears to me that Crawford is fast, and that could work to his advantage, but if Canelo clips him, Canelo can hurt you. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, how fast you are. If he gets his hands on him, he's going to hurt him. But you know what? I hope he doesn't go out like a lot of, he's not old, but a lot of mature boxers, you know, to the point where like everyone just starts kicking their ass. I hope that doesn't happen, because you've seen it with everyone. Once they get their ass handed to them, when just past their prime, then it's all downhill from there, and brain damage and the rest of that shit. So quit while you're ahead. I hope he's one of the people who quits while he's ahead. I saw him a bunch of times in the high limit room at Bellagio. He surrounds himself with like giant ex-Spasnats, Russian special forces dudes, like giant freaking dudes with all sorts of bulges under their plain black jackets and whatnot. And with their back to them, quits while he's ahead. I hope he does quit while he's ahead and doesn't do anything stupid. All right, coffee. Let's get the coffee activities going. It's like a younger crowd in town. I never have a problem with that. It's like, is there a concert or something? Again with this thing. Again with this thing. That's so Brooklyn. Again with this thing. Needs a little more sweetness, and it'll be perfect. And of course, I talk so long, it's freaking cold already. So, yeah. So I hope everyone had an awesome week. It is Labor Day weekend. So Monday is the day where, you know, you go into work and you work for free to honor your boss for having gainfully employed you the rest of the year. Isn't that how it goes? That's how it's supposed to go, right? Isn't that where you thank your boss for hiring you and you work for free on Monday? That's what I've always worked, enforced. Labor Day, you get off Labor Day? No, that's the day when you come in and you labor and thank me. Right? Isn't that how it goes? I don't know. Everyone has different interpretations. Yeah, I needed that. All right. Now, we got stuff to talk about. We'll get back to talking shit later about us as peoples. Well, I can say our generation because I see the demographics. Like 76% of the channel is men. It goes between like 75 and 80, depending who I piss off and what I'm talking about, is men versus women. No, you know what? I have no like undefined, undecided, rather not says on my channel, because there is a category for people like, I'm not going to tell you, you know? I don't have any. I mean, it's such a tiny percentage, I suppose. How you doing? So, yeah, men and women. And most, 70-some-odd% is 35 and above. Yeah, so like late millennials to boomers. Yeah, Thomas, I mean, that was glorious. That was glorious. Did the ceiling collapse at Paris? I don't know. I'm really not up on, I haven't really spent a whole lot of time on the Strip, I'll be honest, you know? I mean, coming down here, I mean, I came out early. I just, you know, I've been cooped up. I've been cooped up in my cave doing the biz, all the business lately. So, yeah, I had to get out. But I haven't really been out doing shit on the Strip lately, so don't know. But what I can tell you is, I see you. she's going up the circular staircase doing the Miss Universe wave, and filming herself doing it, of course. What fun is it not to? And we are gonna play a little What's on Bror's Phone. I got like 2 weeks worth of crazy shit on the phone. The entire state, they're refusing to admit it quite yet, but you know, the whole entire state got cyber attacked. I've heard it from sources that it's a ransomware attack. It's not some random shit. They're like, just like they did with MGM and Caesars here, they're holding, you know, they're holding all the data hostage. Police department's having a problem. I had a request into a precinct, and I had to call them like yesterday, and they're like, no, we ain't getting shit done because, you know, we had, we were hacked. It was a cyber attack. DMV is down. Like, the state is down. The state infrastructure is down. How they did it, I mean, they're gonna tight-lip the shit out of it. Probably worse than MGM, but it's bad. The whole entire state is down. So, yeah. Whatever. Imagine that hacking a state. That's some crazy shit right there. You're from the baby boomer era. DB is opening a shop in Ohio soon. Spanneth West. Who's DB? DB. Daddy boy. Who's DB? You were born back in the 1900s. That's funny. I'm working on my triple tall Americano. Alright, I'm with you with that. Secret wave to, yeah. Dude. That was interesting. And she filmed herself doing it. Like, can people just like exist without filming themselves doing crazy shit? I don't know. I'm going right for the second one. I need the boost. Alright, let's see. Enjoying an iced Americano from Dutch Brothers. Sylvia, how you doing, Sylvia? I don't know about the ceiling in that. You know, we had like that 30 seconds of rain. Never know what that do. Morgan's, Heidi and Matt. Come on, drop your name in there. I want to say hello. I want to talk to you. It's Captain Luke. Captain Luke. Alright. The disco era? I don't know. Like, because I grew up in like Queens and Brooklyn. If you were like what was considered a disco boy, you'd get your ass kicked. you'd literally get your ass kicked, you know? There was like, it was a thing, you know, almost like, you know, Pony Boy and whatever. You had your rock dudes or whatever, you know, pack a cigarette rolled up in the sleeve, and engineer boots and leather and whatnot, even though no one had a bike, you know, that was just how you dressed. And then you had, you know, the disco boys. But I'll tell you what, the disco boys would, you know, they were scoring all the chicks. They were the ones getting laid, you know? So we were like, and we kicked their ass even more. Yeah, I mean, I remember that. I mean, we were, yeah, I was like a little later on. The lapels and the whole thing, and the patent leather shoes. And my mother was from the disco era, so I saw it like vicariously and whatnot. But yeah, my mother was like crossover. She went from like, I got pictures of her like dressed up like Jackie O and whatever, with the freaking gloves up to here, you know, the white gloves up to there, and the baby blue dresses with the buttons down the front and the big white frickin' sunglasses and the little hat and everything. Full on Jackie O. And she had her disco period once. She had a friend that she used to bring home that was younger than her from the office. My mother worked like 2 or 3 years for a little while. She used to bring home her friend, and her friend was a little out of control. I was getting concerned from the moms and whatnot. And he was like this, I don't know, she was like 40 and shit. And she was, I ain't even gonna go there. We already had that other conversation about what happened when I was like 14, 15 with the 29-year-old. Yeah. Enter 40-year-old, my mother's friend. She was a trip. Like, she used to stay over the house and whatnot. I'd be in the kitchen and, you know, she'd walk in and I'd be like, you know, she'd be like, oh, I thought this was the bathroom. And I'm like, no, and the robes are over there. She was a trip. She was a trip. And then she used to do it, we used to stay at her house once in a while because she lived closer to the beach. She used to do the same thing. You know, like I'd be in the guest room, she'd walk in, she'd be like take a robe off and whatever and be like, oh, I thought this was my room. And I used to laugh and laugh. I was like friggin' 14 years old or something, you know, 15, 13. Oh, I even have a picture. You want to see a picture from then? Not of her, but a picture of me. I'll show you what I looked like back when that happened. Want to see real quick? I'm done show you. I'm done show you. I don't know what you saw of me. I look like a little punk. A punk ass. That's the other thing. We used to be able to call people punks. You know, back then. There's a punk. This freaking punk. What a punk. Punk's a good word. No one uses punk anymore. Punking out. No one's, yeah, I say we resurrect that word. Punk. Freaking punk. I think I've showed this picture before, but this is the Talia. All right. When I was, okay. I can remember her name. I could picture her too. It was on the way out. That was the era that was. We're on the way out to the Rando Resort on Montauk. Used to be like the playground and whatnot. That was me. Dig the bandana hanging out my back pocket, of course. Dig the wallet with the chain on it and shit. I was the boss. And I still pose like that. Dig the cool sneakers and whatever. Probably way about the same. Dig that freaking hair, bro. Holy shit. Dang, dude. But yeah, that was the same time. And she pulled a couple of those stunts in the freaking motel room too, you know? Oops! Oh, jeez. The stories I could tell. What ain't? Alright. Let's see. I got the stories. I got the stories. I got the stories. Did I ever tell you guys I used to do private security and EP work? Ever tell you that? Probably not, right? Did I? Should I? Yeah, I did. EP is executive protection work. A friend of mine had a EP company, and we used to provide security for. That's how I met Biggie and, believe it or not, P. Diddy and a bunch of people. I mean, yeah, hung out with a bunch of them. Roseland and whatever. Yeah, we used to do like EP work back in the day. Yeah. What else? What else we got to talk about? Yeah, but I still believe that the 90s were awesome. It was a superior time in life. Alright, I want to see what you guys are talking about. I'm ready for another cup of coffee. I'm gonna demolish this one. Let's see, who am I gonna grab? Am I gonna grab a Haley or am I gonna grab a Mercedes? Mercedes, actually, I don't know. We'll see. Let them fight over who's gonna make coffee. Mary Leather 6334 with the 10 Banananas help cover parking. Thank you very much. Oh, I almost dropped my phone and what's left of my coffee. There's something I forgot to do. I forgot to ask everyone to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least, oh, this is a good picture too. Wait, let's get it. One time a week, yeah. And Super Chat while I'm live is awesome because it does help cover the, $40 parking and $20 coffee type of activities. But other than that, it's all good. And I got links and I got stuff. But the most important thing is that you're here. And I love you guys. And I look forward to seeing you. So, what the hell else were we talking about? Take these damn things off my head. They're not damn things. They're cool. They're cool AF. They're cool. They are impossible to clean. They are, what are those? Maui gyms or whatever. I had the cool ones that they stole from me at the Vidara, the valet guys, or gals, whatever, but they're all fired by now, so I'm not gonna hold a grudge. Yeah, look at that. I was just thinking that. You felt that, right?
Hey, that was Mercedes. She let me know.
All right. Now that's service. I'm not letting that go to waste. All right. I'm gonna take my mess over here. All right. I like service. I like it serve. Serve me. What the hell are we talking about? Bat out of hell? Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. Rock operas. I mean, what do people listen to now? My bitches and my hoes, got my hoes and my bitches, and what is that? What do you learn from that? Nothing. I don't get the music today at all. Them whippersnappers. I mean, if it was good, I'd listen to it, but good music ended, Stories ended. I don't know. It's just different now. It's just different. Alright. I wouldn't know what modern... Is there... Oh, alright, I gotta ask. I like some country. I mean, Garth Brooks, I can't stand. Like the white trash anthem. I got friends in low places. that it's a white trash anthem. I can say that. Me and my white ass can say that all day. That's a white trash anthem. I got friends in low places. Is that something to be proud of? Is that really something to be proud of? Because, the whole world judges you. You are the sum of the 5 people closest to you, for the most part. And you got friends in low places. Cool story, bro. I never got that. That's like trailer park anthem. Whatever. That's just my opinion. If you enjoy it, please do. I like me some Willie Nelson. Across the Borderline, I think is one of the greatest country albums ever made. I mean, that's just a fantastic album. What else? I did enjoy some Toby Keith. Yeah, I can get down with some country. There was an old song about, I think a chick sung it, like back when I went through my cowboy phase, when I was like riding horses and doing like, team penning and roping and shit. Yes, I did. In New York, believe it or not. Used to have to go out on the island or upstate or whatever. But there was a song about a 455 rocket. Remember that? That was a cool country song. I used to listen to country music in order to get my head right, in order to get my ass beat when I was first learning how to ride a horse. I didn't know how to like work, go with the horse. My ass would be like raw. Don't go there. Let's see, what else? Like when I went to go fishing, I used to listen to Primus. Fish on. Fish on. I fought that fish about an hour and a half. It's big that I grabbed for the gaff. Well, I got him in the boat. He was 6 foot long. I was so damn impressed. I had to write this song called Fish On. Primus, Les Crimple. Yeah, so I used to listen to country music doing that. I listen to everything. I like female vocalists too. Like I have a playlist of like Sinead O'Connor, Sade, Melissa Etheridge, and even that whack job Sheryl Crow, who's walking around telling people, and she flies in with her freaking private jet, burning like 18 billion tons of fuel, and she lands and she tells everyone, you should, if you really care about the environment, you should only use 2 sheets of toilet paper to wipe your ass. And then get back on the plane and be like, is that what you do? Don't touch me. Because that shit, you're going to have one of them moments putting your finger in your butt. 2 sheets? Come on. I like bunch it up like, looks like one of them soap frickin' loofah things, I don't play around. Plus, I did get some bidet activity, but that's another conversation. That was interesting. I went and dropped the frickin' wire all the way into my bathroom so I could frickin' get an electric toilet seat. There's nothing like sitting on a warm toilet seat. I don't mind sitting on a cold one too, because I'm always hot. So it's always like, oh, nice. But warm is just like, it just feels so frickin' sophisticated. And like a friend of mine put it best when it comes to the whole bidet activities. Not the ones in Aria. The ones in Aria, they're like plasma cutters. They would slice your freaking ass in half, literally. They are plasma cutters. But all right, if you got mud on your truck and you just took a piece of paper, right, and you just, how long would it take to get that mud off your truck with a dry piece of tissue? That's why you need a bidet, because you ain't getting all that. I was going to say, you ain't getting all that shit. Pun intended. All right, coffee, cool. She's got the full tennis outfit on. She's tennising. She's got a Kango. Oh, I made a mess. How the hell would we get the bidets? What would we cover so far? My mom's interesting friend, bidets. We're all over the place. Willie Nelson. Oh, that's perfect. That is freaking perfect. Why is the second one always better? Like that, that thing, it's never as good as the first time? I call bullshit. I could think of like a million things that are better. The first time's like, gotta get this one out of the way. It's always the second time, third time, the 10th time, the 1,000,000th time, It's never as good as the first time. I mean, that's a Sade thing. I'm down with the Sade. I did EP for Sade at Westbury Music Fair back in the day too. Just like standing there like, that's where I got these from. And then ready to do this. Anyway, fun days. Yeah, Sade, she did a song. It's never as good as the first time. And I'm just like, I disagree. Like that coffee was not as good. From meatloaf all the way to bidets. I mean, why not? New people are just like, what the heck's left? But who cares? I don't care. We're going to talk about Star Trek, too, because it's worth talking about. This specific one. All right, let me refire up chat activities. Venus and Jim with the 10 banana rounders. How's my house coming along? I took a picture. I think I deleted it. I took a picture of the texture that's been the bane of my existence. Well, it showed up in another picture. Let me see if I saved it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can find it. And then you'll know why it's been so freaking difficult to work on my walls. Let me see. Whoa, what is that? I'm always surprised what I find in my... We're gonna look at my pictures. You wanna play what's in Bror's pictures? You can't see all of them. You can see some of them, but like this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing with my life. Swapping out outlets. You know, that's me taking a picture of a 3-way outlet, a switch-controlled outlet, so I don't fuck up the wiring. What else? Got some new ceiling fans. Bam. Those are sexy, right? Those are freaking sexy. Those are sexy AF. I think we can say... No, wait. All right, here you go. I think you can tell. Okay, you want to see the textures on my walls? Everywhere. Even in it's everywhere. Come on, focus. That's the texture all over. So when I ripped the holes in the wall, when I took down the studio, imagine that. So now I got flat spots all over. You can't spackle them. Recreating, look at the texture. That is everywhere. Even the bathrooms have that texture. So yeah, it is an enormous pain in the ass. That's what I've been sweating with. What up? I see us. Dope. I don't know what he's talking about, but I pointed the camera at me. Anyway, so that's a texture I've been effing with. That's been the bane of my existence. But I'm on track now. I mean, it's pretty much done. But I really only have time to do shit on weekends nowadays. So I've been doing like a lot of. I don't feel it. I love working. I'd rather work 100 hours than no hours. I feel good. I feel good when I'm productive. But yeah, that's been the problem. Getting on top of that, recreating like these spots, and then you cover it with plaster, and then you have to blend it with a sponge that I custom made, a freaking sponge, by taking a needle nose plier and ripping holes in it, and then you have to wait the exact amount of time and come through with a spackle knife, and it's like, oh, I fucked it up. Let's do it again. Scrape it off. Do it. You wait too long, it's fucked. You don't wait enough, it's flat. It's just like, yeah, it was a trip. But changing the outlets, changing switches. I'm gonna change up my ceiling fan activity. That one was in the office that I showed you. I'm gonna put another one in the bedroom. I'm actually gonna be in my bedroom soon. I've been camping out like a freaking college kid. But it's worth it. And I'm just, it was creep. It was creep. You know, you have meeting creep, you have work creep. This was work creep, construction creep. Started out in one room and I was just like, F it. I made that room, the office, so perfect that I was looking around going, I should paint something else. And then as I'm painting, I'm like, oh, I better touch up the... Luckily, I know how to do this shit, because if I was paying someone to do it, except if they was, if I got some, a lot of Mexicans in town do construction, they maybe would do it for 30 grand. 30 to 50. Luckily, I know how to do all this shit, but I'm doing it on weekends. Working on everything. Everything. Because I want it. Not that I don't like my place. I love my place just the way it is. It's just, I mean, nothing out of control. Just painting it. I mean, I got, you know, in half the place, I got, it's got 9-foot ceilings everywhere. And then the other half has 14-foot ceilings. It goes from 9 feet to 14 feet. So, yeah. I mean, we're talking like Danger Mouse level shit. Like I gotta buy another ladder. I had a 6-foot ladder, right? Folding aluminum ladder, and I was standing on the top of it. Like the little thing on the top that says "Do not stand on this shit." I was standing on that, cutting in, you know, along the ceiling. You know, like it's like a pure white ceiling with a light gray wall. But my eye can pick up the spots where the ceiling paint was here, and I'm like getting obsessed over it. So I went out and bought like little fucking artist brushes and shit. I could see it from 14 feet. No one else can. And I'm making it perfect. I hope someone appreciates it if and when I ever sell it. It's perfect now. It's perfect. It's like laser precision, but I did it by hand. Standing with 2 feet on the top of a ladder this big. With the ladder on shiny porcelain tile. And I'm like, I came to this realization the other night. I was doing it at like 1 in the morning, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I mean, that's nuts. It's literally nuts. I'm standing on this little platform. The frickin' thing's like moving back and forth. It's on a shiny object. I got the dining room table, which is made out of glass, with chrome holding it together, like 2 things of chrome, like this, with a giant 1/2-inch plate glass, like it's like 6 feet by 4 feet or whatever. And I'm just like, what am I doing? It's the first time in my life I ever like talked myself out of doing something really fucking stupid. I was left like, I mean, in the morning I could probably do it, the afternoon, but it was like 1 in the morning, and I just forgot. I spaced for a second. I'm just getting so into it, and I'm just like, I had that realization, like, wait a second. And suddenly I got like, you know, I was like, oh shit. You know, and it was like a problematic getting off it. I'm just like, dude. Meanwhile, I'm up there with like, you know, I got the Folgers coffee thing. I saved a bunch of them to put the little bit of paint in the bottom because it's got the thing on the side there, you know, the Folgers coffee containers and whatever, and a paintbrush. I'm just up there like what if I took a step forward and forgot I was on the damn ladder? I would have gone right through the giant 1/2-inch thing and got skewered by some chrome legs and shit. And I'm just like, go to bed, Bror Fredrik. Or how about buying an 8-foot ladder and you don't have to play friggin' Danger Mouse? So now we're on ladders, whatever. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's see. Wow. That is pretty amazing, and thoroughly looking forward to that. Let's see. What else do I got here? What else do I got on my phone? I don't know. Oh, let's get some other stuff. Let's get some other stuff out of the way. It's only 5. It's not even 5. It's 10:05. We got time. Let's drink coffee. All right. So getting back to Vegas news and off whatever the hell else we were talking about. Take this. Do the math on this. They say tourism is down 4% year over year. I think it's way more than that. I mean, I'm parking on the 2nd floor over here, next to the elevator. I parked on the 2nd floor next to the elevator at Mandalay Bay on Thursday night. Because I went and seen Chris and Frank, Rory, Patty, Alan, Gwen. Who else did we see? Who else did? Right next to the elevator on the second floor. Like, I'm coming up the thing after I go through the parking garage, and the sign says 794 parking spots. And the next one, it said like 852. Usually it's like 3, 6, you know, that type of shit. Town is friggin' dead. But they say 4%. Bullshit. It's a Vegas 4%. Because they lie about everything here. However, gaming revenue is up 40%. So let's math that for a second. So tourism is down 4%. However, gaming year over year, however, gaming revenue is up 4%. How did that happen? Perhaps are they still tightening the machines down? They are still tightening the fucking machines down to compensate for the lack of tourism. And they're raising the prices. Whoever's running this shit should just, I don't know. It makes no sense. What business school did they go to? Where'd they learn when business is down, raise prices on everything? What? No, you have to make it a more attractive option at some point, you know? Oh, we don't want to be known as a value destination. No, Vegas is starting to get known as a rip-off destination, you know? I mean, let's just face facts. $14 for a bottle of frickin' water? Water? I mean, that spot right there, the little bodega over there. You go in there for water, it's going to cost you at least $10 to grab a water, you know? It's crazy. But yeah, so that means they tighten the machines. They can't really mess with the tables, the gaming tables. Like Mandalay Bay was freaking dead. They started removing machines out. You're starting to see the casinos remove machines to give the false illusion. You know, like if you got 100 asses and you got 1,000 machines, it looks empty. So you take out 500, it doesn't look as empty. That's what they're all doing. In Mandalay Bay, I noticed that. There's like, you could play dodgeball between all the slot machines because they took them all out. No one at the table games. Table games are dead. High limit rooms dead. Except let's raise the parking. No one's here, but let's raise the parking on the people who do to compensate. Yeah, that'll attract people. Good business move. Okay, Wharton School of Business fucking dropout. What's the other thing? Yeah, oh, and they tighten. The only other thing that can be is they tighten the machines even further because by state law, gaming commission, Bafangool Gaming Commission, they don't do shit. They can lower them as low as 75%. You know, so I would say they're getting down into the mid to low 80s in a lot of them, especially the progressive machines, because most people don't know how progressive machines work. You don't realize how tight those frickin' things are because, ooh, somebody, my cousins, aunts, brothers, best friends, nieces, fiance won the grand for $5,000. Whoop-de-doo. They're at 75.1% and sucking on all the other money to, you know, yeah, progressive. I mean, anyone who's played lately can attest to that fact. So, revenue up 4%, even though everything's down 4%. All right, math ain't mathing. Well, it probably is mathing. It just goes to show you the extent at which this town will not yield to the pressure. It won't yield and say, all right. They're not ready to cry uncle yet. Not until like their, you know, EPS, their earnings per share comes out, then there'll be a change. Anyway, what the hell else are we talking about? Something. I want some more coffee. Hang on. Then we'll play a little, what is on Bror's phone? Oh, I see some friendly faces. Bootleggers with the friend. I see a Chris and Annette. I got some weird ass shit. You should see my. Want to see my timeline on Facebook? My timeline is some crazy shit. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like I go looking for this stuff, but it's like, oh, he's a dude. He probably wants to see, let's see, what else? It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, maybe we should say it. I don't know. Or not. AI's getting even wilder. All right, let me go into my save real quick. Alright, take care of that real quick. Let's see what's in. Oh, I'm getting another. I just got beat up with another commercial. Freaking commercials. What's this one for? Wayfair. I don't trust Wayfair. We all heard the stories about Wayfair, right? Something weird. Let me check fan fundalization. Because I've been just talking the balls off a rhinoceros. I don't mean to ignore anyone. Alright, nope, we're good in that capacity. Let's get back to all messages. How about that pew-pew, the one who pew-pewed up a school? Another one who's confused about which bathroom to go into. I think every one of the pew-pew events that involve schools and kids have been by people who are confused which restroom to use. What's going on with that? What's going on with that? I mean, is it a hormone? Like, I don't know. They're weaponizing. Yeah, it's bad. Be careful. Be careful. And the people on that side of the fence are laughing at it. They're like, ha ha, you know, ha ha. That's what you get for trying to teach your. I heard one ex-influencer saying that's what you get for trying to teach your kid about God. We all know he doesn't exist. No, he doesn't exist for you. That's why you people do shit like that, you know? People who don't like God, whether you believe it or not, grounds people into thinking there's consequences, you know? I better not do this or I ain't going to heaven. I don't want to burn in hell. But when you don't believe in God, you don't have anyone to answer to except yourself and your indulgences, so you can go pew-pew up to school. I mean, they put the manifesto out there, you know, and they're like, no, that has nothing to do with it. The past, 6 events have all been, you know, someone who's confused about what restroom to use. And they've all had manifestos. Unfortunately, this one put out the manifesto on YT, right here on YT, had it up for a couple hours. YT did not flag it, did not take it down, did not notify authorities, but if I say the word fuck too many times, I'm a bad guy. And this guy's like, hey, I'm on the way to a school to do XYZ, and, you know, nothing. Oh, there's no algorithm for that, right? YT could have snipped that. Now, I'm probably in trouble just for saying that, but whatever. What kind of mental illness is taking place over here? Liz, how you doing? It's fun when I like going to IKEA. Yeah, the furniture of my people. I just never found anything good there. You know, I enjoy going there, and it's fun and it's cool to do in the summer, but I just never found anything good that I'd actually want to put in my house at IKEA. You know? I mean, there's some alright stuff, but it's all like Munchkin stuff. Like, we talked about that, you know, a while ago when I was furniture shopping, that all furniture nowadays is for like Lilliputians. You know, I don't like to like sit down on my couch and my ass has to go like 3 feet down before I hit the couch, you know? I want to sit down like a normal person. You know, I don't want to like, you know, I want to plop down on a couch. You can't. Everything's like Lilliputian freaking height now. I want to plop in bed. You know, even I gave in. And my bed isn't, I mean, I used to love having like a throne for a bed. I'll admit it. I liked it. I had a large bed frame. I didn't buy the normal one. I bought the extra large one. had the big ass box spring, and then a 14-inch mattress. My bed was like, you know, came up to like my waist. I literally built to match the carpet. Not in this house, the one before. I built stairs on the side, on both sides. I put stairs on it. It was freaking cool. It was sexy AF. In the house before that, I not only did that, but I built up a section where the bed was. I built a platform, and I had that covered with carpet. So the bed was not only raised, it had a platform that you have to walk up a foot. Like, it was like, if it would rise out of the floor, that would be even better. I mean, I've always been into just tall shit, you know? Why not? So it's your freaking bed. What do you want, lay on the floor? And I ain't in college no more. But I gave in, because there is no furniture like that anymore. There is none. You know, I had a big old sleigh bed and whatever, but sleigh beds are awesome. No, everything's Lilliputian now. They don't even do, no one even does box springs anymore. Oh no, you don't need a box spring. What? Why do I wanna? I'm here, and the bed is up to my knee, so it's like, I just wanna crash, you know? I just wanna get in bed and just be like, bonk. No, I gotta gently lower myself onto this freaking bed that's barely hovering off the floor. However, I would like to get in Planet Hollywood. They have rooms where the beds are chained to the ceiling and they move like swings, like, you know, they're like swings. Did anyone know that? Yeah, ask about the rooms with the beds with the swing. They're literally on chains. Literally on chains. You know, it's a great idea. If I could mount them to the ceiling, I would, but my ceilings are freaking cement. They are. It's rough. It's rough. I mean, just putting up the ceiling fans, I need a freaking hilty, freaking hammer drill into the cement, mess everywhere. And I'm afraid one day it's just gonna like. Oh, however, the new ceiling fans run on DC motors. They're quiet. You can hear the wind, but you cannot hear the motor. And supposedly this one that I bought says it uses like $5 a year in energy. They're so freaking quiet. I don't know how long they last, but yeah, getting shit into the ceiling because I got cement ceilings. Don't ask. But they are. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's like Hilti gun level freaking, you know, firing 22s with nails and shit. Yeah, I'm doing all the construction. Anyway, yeah. So there's beds in the ceiling. So they built a platform, they just put a mattress on it, and they put chains on it. Not like that where you could spin the whole bed around and get like seasick and whatever. They're just four corners. I mean, you got like a little leeway. I mean, if you use your imagination, I guess that could be fun. But yeah, so go check those out. How do we get there? Bidets, hanging beds, Lilliputian furniture, meatloaf, country music. What else we gotta cover? Tom Laws, what's up, brother? Joe, you got a Tempur-Pedic bed? Okay, I gotta ask you this. I got a mattress in a box, and I haven't tried it yet. I haven't tried it yet. It says it takes a week to achieve full-blown whateverness, but it was a great deal. It's like 65% off. I can't wait to try it. I can't wait to try it. But I did have a full-blown memory foam bed, not a Tempur-Pedic. I didn't like it because I would just sink into that son of a gun, and I felt like I couldn't move. I felt trapped. I move a lot, you know. I'm like this in bed. You know, I gotta keep agile. I just felt like I would mold to it, and I would be like eye level with by the end of the night, I'd be like eye level with the bed. And I'm like, no, I felt trapped. I couldn't move. It was totally dinging my karma. But I do want one of them bed frames. Too late now. that like the hospital bed style where you're like, and it raises up, and you put your feet up, and all that type of stuff. That way you don't have to put like 19 pillows when you want to watch Star Trek and whatever. You know, you can just be like, then the bed, yeah. I want one of them jams. I think Tempur-Pedic does that too, right? Chris Jones. Yeah, the Swedish meatballs are, I gotta say, they're pretty good. Alright, what else are we talking about here? Tempur-Pedic isn't like that kind of memory foam. Oh, that, yeah. Well, that's all right then. I could deal with that. I don't think I was supposed to see that. I put a mattress topper on one of my beds once. Okay, in the guest room, the friggin' 36-inch tall one that requires like a step ladder to get into, that's going in the guest room now. So yeah, you're gonna have to climb the ladder who's ever staying in the guest room. But that was, I just got distracted. Something. Whatever I was talking about. Bought a ghost mattress in a box, very satisfied. Okay. We got the same bed with, oh, I was saying on that 36-inch bed, I bought a 4-inch mattress top. 4 frickin' inches. And that was the worst decision. That was the worst decision. Oh, I finally found something useful on TikTok. It wasn't on TikTok, it was on X. Someone scammed it off of TikTok because there's no copyright claims. You know what? I found a new way to hold your fitted sheet perfect. Want me to share it? I'll share it, which is take a tennis ball. Take a tennis ball, right? Dig this. You take a tennis ball. So you got your fitted sheets, right? I mean, I want like, I like military precision in my bed. You know, I mean, look what I'm doing with my napkins over here. I like everything like boom, on point. Come on. So I like my fitted sheets tight, but sometimes I wake up, like especially I like microfiber sheets. That's my new thing. All my sheets are microfiber. I bought like 3 sets of these. They're all gray. I got a gray, 3 grays, brown, and maroon last Prime Day, the one before, the Christmas one. But by the end of the night, it's like around your throat, freaking choking the life out of you and whatnot. You know, they're extra big and whatever. Okay, dig this. Take a tennis ball. Get yourself 4 tennis balls. Happen to have them. I don't know why, but I had 4 tennis balls. They were left over from, I wouldn't say leftover, but I had them from my dog. He's the devourer of tennis balls. So I popped the can. Believe it or not, they was still under pressure after like 10 years. It went, this is from Sports Authority. That's how old they were. Sports Authority. So I got them, right? I got my 4 tennis balls. You make the bed, and then you lift up the mattress. You put a tennis ball in the very corner of the pocket on each corner, and you pull it and you tuck it in and you let the mattress drop on it. You roll the tennis ball like a couple of times, then you drop the mattress on it. And the weight of the mattress holds the tennis ball. The tennis ball acts like an anchor, so it won't pull out. And I did that on all four corners of the bed. You can bounce a fucking quarter off the bed now. Off the, you know, like friggin' boot camp level. You can literally bounce a quarter off it. It stays like taut and perfect. I don't care about the top sheet, but the fitted sheet, I don't like when that shit's coming all apart. It's perfect. With 4 tennis balls. It's like the only thing of quality I ever learned online. Stick some tennis balls in the corners of your fitted sheets. You'll thank me. You'll be like, that's worth the cost of dealing with your bullshit. Yeah. 4 tennis balls. Oh, this club is good. Do we have time for more? I think we have time for more.
Okay. Do you know what she is going to? Okay.
She wants this Christmas green salad.
Amazing. Okay.
And I'm going to
Yeah, is that purple mattress thing any good? I don't know. I've seen those. Cindy, good night. Alright, let me see. Let me see what you guys are talking about over there. Over yonder. Do you like these earlier ones? Or would you rather, I just couldn't wait to get out of the house. I had to get out of the house. I'm staring at frickin' PowerShell scripts for the past 2 days, like... yeah. I mean, you know, we normally do 5:30. I did 4 instead. Get those, Brenda, I'm telling you. It was game changing. It, like, the sheet did not move. I'm not futzing with it all the time. It looks nice, you know, like, it looks nice. I mean, it looks clean. It looks neat, you know. I make my bed every day, because I work from home for the most part, unless I got a mission to go on. Even though I work at home, I make my bed. I take a shower and I make my bed, because that has always been like, I don't know, that decouples me from the fact that I'm home. Otherwise, I'd be like, oh, the Matrix is on. You know, like a lot of people do working from home. I literally work from home. I'm like, all right, today's commute, you know, I made my bed, you know, I don't dress. I mean, unless I'm in a meeting, I'll toss a shirt on. After that, I rip all the clothes off. So, like, my commute is like, all right, let me come down the hallway, round to the kitchen, go to here, into the office. You know, my commute's like 60 feet or whatever, but I commute. In my brain, I'm like commuting. You know, I go in my room and, you know, I have a kind of a differentiation between that and the rest. I compartmentalize it pretty well. But I attribute a lot of that to making my bed. I make my bed every freaking morning because I like taking it down. I don't do it immediately. I think it's kind of nasty to make your bed when you get out of it, because you're trapping all the heat and the overnightness into it. I mean, I actually pull it down and let it air. You know, ceiling fans blowing on it, all the, you know, it's like, ooh, cool it down a little bit. And then after the shower, I mean, sometimes I even put a little cologne on, you know, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm feeling myself, I'm ready to do some business. I let the bed air out. I mean, I never make the bed as soon as I get out of it. It's the same temperature as me. The bed's freaking 98 degrees, whatever, 110, whatever I happen to be doing. And then you're making it and trapping all that heat in the bed. No, and you're trapping the funk and whatever. Not that I'm funky. I shower before bed. It's the right way to go. But yeah, let it air out before you make the bed. You don't want to trap the funk in the bed. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you want to do it, just because I do it, do your thing. Whatever. Yeah, if the bed isn't made, the whole house feels messy. I'm just like, I don't feel like I accomplished it. I don't feel like... I'm a very satisfaction-driven individual. Like, I like accomplishment. I'm a very accomplished-driven individual. I have a reward system, even if it's just in my head. Like, I just feel like at the end of the day, when I could go into the bedroom and take down the bed. I mean, I don't even have the pillows. I mean, I'm not that fancy, but you know, I got like, you know, the faux pillows there, and then I got like a thing at the foot of the bed, and I put the real pillows in there, not hot, cold, and then like I unfurl them, put the pillows out. Okay. It's like a reward. It's like a reward, you know? I'm done for the day. I kick some ass. Now I'm gonna reward myself and taking down the bed. That's when I know I can say, you know, day done, mission accomplished. Take down the bed's cool. I like that, you know? Get my pillows just right. Yeah. But then if you're just climbing into the same messy bed you just left, what do you do all day? The day was just a blur. You left it like that. You got back into it like that. I just can't. It just doesn't work for me. Then the day's a blur. I don't feel like I did anything. You know. I don't know. That's just me. You guys can do you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Come across streams where I was doing them in the afternoon. Yeah, they were never the most popular, my daytime streams. Yeah, the later ones are better. True. Tennis balls are awesome. Who's doing the... Yeah, and ritualizing stuff. Yeah, I ritualize a lot of stuff. I do. You know, this whole 3-letter acronym things. When I stay at the Bellagio, I make... Yeah, even when I'm staying somewhere. If you have me as a house guest, I'm gonna make the bed too, you know? I'm gonna, like, wipe the hairs out of the sink. I mean, I'm into, like, leaving shit nicer than, you know, than it... Whatever. OCD makes, yeah. People with OCD make great beds. Like, okay, I got some striped sheets. No, they're not stripe, but there's texture in them that causes stripes. It's gotta be like, I'm out there with like a plumb bob and a freaking laser level and whatnot, getting on the corner. You're making it like, it's gotta be. And then you run from one side, you're like, oh, it's this much. Run to the other side, it's like this much. And then you're like, okay, I can move it 1.5 lines. And then like you're pulling it over, but then it's dragging the fitted sheet with it, except when you have tennis balls. Now I can do it. And then it's like, all right, there's 7 stripes on this side, 7 stripes on that side. That's the nuts. But I do it fast. It's not like it occupies a lot of time. That's just how the brain works. My brain is like into precision. Yeah, it's a Nordic thing. It's a Germanic Nordic thing. Precision. Same reason I was standing on the top of a ladder this much with a 1/4-inch paintbrush. Like I'm fucking Michelangelo. Not fucking, maybe his wife, but like, you know, up there like this. I'm doing one of these things. I'm up there, like in that corner over there with a tiny little paintbrush, making sure that the corner is perfect. That's how my brain works. I like perfect. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect but God. God's perfect. And the human body is perfect, believe it or not. Because God created it. Human body's perfect. I mean, how can anyone... Like, the closer you look at the human body and how it functions, the more perfection you find in it. You know, it's outrageous. Oh, but we came from nothing. You know, 2 amoeba were fucking in the ocean, and, you know, 100 years later, we're on the internet. Like, people believe that stuff, and it's mind-boggling. Yeah, you're right. Everything came from nothing. Cool story, bro. But, yeah, closer you look at things, the more you have to believe that, you know, there's a God, there's a higher power looking on us. Anyway, whatever. I like making my bed. Yeah, making the bed is great. But try the tennis ball trick. So here's the question. How often should the bed sheets be washed? That is a good question. I still want to play What's on My Phone. There's so much stuff I gotta show you. How often? I do mine. I mean, if I'm lazy, if I don't catch it Sunday to Sunday, I can go to Tuesday, maybe Wednesday before I start feeling skivats, you know? Maybe. But generally a week. But I take a shower before I go to bed most of the time. If I don't, here's the thing. What breaks that is if I don't shower before bed, and especially in this heat, you know, because I tend to have, I wouldn't say oily skin, but, you know, that's what keeps it young. You know, there's a little something there. Yeah, if I don't shower before I go to bed because I'm running late or I'm just that level of exhaustion, I'll change the sheets the next day. I ain't fucking around. You know, I don't like laying in, not that I'm gross, but it's just, Yeah, I'll change them even if it's like 2 or 3 days, even if it's the next day. If I F up, unless the next day is another one of those days where I'm just collapsing into bed, I'll deal with it. But yeah, 1, possibly 2 sleeps without a shower, then them's getting changed. That's why I have like 6 pairs, I got 6 or 7 pairs. I got flannel sheets once. I thought it'd be the coolest thing, get that cabin look going. They were like flannel, checkered. I got like Christmas ones. They don't have Santa on them or nothing, but they got like, woodsy motif and shit like that. They're the most uncomfortable things. Like after 2 washes, they were all pilly. It felt like I was sleeping in frickin' steel wool. That was a big waste of money. I used them as drop cloths for painting. And they were like $100 for a set of them things. I think I paid like $29 for the ones I have now. Yeah. I mean, going like 2 weeks, a week to a week and a half is maximum on the sheet activity. Sometimes I change the pillows. Like because I'm all about the pillows. I sleep with 6 pillows. Because they're all like different and they're all like, I go through pillows fast. If I kept the same pillow I use 3 pillows, it starts out good and then they collapse because they don't make pillows good no more. Then I'm tossing that one and buying another one, You're up, coach, I go through pillows a lot. I order them like 3 at a time because they gotta be perfect. So I sleep with like 6 pillows. No set of sheets in the world has 6 pillows, so I get all black. Or all gray, I usually get black because I got the burgundy sheets, the brown sheets, and the gray sheets. That's the choice. And I got these gold ones that are kind of cool. They're like gold. They're kind of cool. And they're microfiber. And black goes with them. So I'll change those every 3 or 4 days. The pillowcases. That's just me. You guys can do you can go a month, I don't care. Yeah, 6 months is a little too long, Chris. I agree, Dave. The flannel sheets in the winter, they were wonderful. They were wonderful. I think maybe the dryer killed them, or they weren't cheap ones either. They were Woolrich. I think I got one set at Bass Pro Shop and another one, I don't remember where, but they were Woolrich. They were like name brand. I treated myself to. And they got like all pilly, and it was just like, they were so uncomfortable. I don't know, maybe I over dried them or wrong wash cycle. Maybe the wool and I was supposed to dry clean them. I don't know. But those things, it was like sleeping on sandpaper. Dude, those things sucked. Yeah, and I got you married. Yeah, I flipped mine over too, and each one of them has, I have Japanese cotton. I got a Japanese cotton comforter, sorta, not really comforter. It's weird because it actually gets cold to the touch, and even in the winter, I got my sheet. I got the Japanese blanket type thing, and then another blanket. I put my AC down to like 67 most of the time at night, 69 or 67 at night. It's winter every day at my place, so I always sleep with a comforter on. But there's something about that cools. And then I got matching sets of covers that you put underneath the pillow. I mean, to sleep on it without a pillowcase would be glorious. It'd be sleeping on like something so gloriously cool. But what I do is I take my arm and I slip it up inside, and the sheets, the pillowcases are cool because they have like an inner flap, like a sandwich bag, so they don't slip off or whatnot. Yeah, I do that. Martha Stewart got the $20 sheet deal. Yeah. I do have one of those. I got one of those, one of those fuzz shaving things. It's like a Norelco for, fabric and whatever. I take care of shit, you know? I never thought of doing that to the flannel sheets. I don't have them anymore. I use them as drop cloths. Frickin' Woolrich. Yeah, I heard the My Pillow thing. I remember I had a subscriber who was a mod at one time. Someone said, I must have been complaining about, you know, how it's so difficult for me to find pillows. So difficult. It's like the biggest chore in life, finding jeans and pillows. And someone's like, oh, you should try the My Pillow. And I was like, yeah, I should try it. And she's like, how dare you support that? And I'm quitting. I hate you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, because you support. We're talking about a fucking pillow. Relax. I mean, that's how twisted people are. Over mentioning I'd try one. I'd try anything. No, I wouldn't. But yeah, imagine that. Over just saying someone suggested I try one. I was like, yeah, I'll try a My Pillow. And you know, I was the demon. I was a demon for that. It was, you know, someone who was like actually cool at one point. Imagine that. A mod. Well, a mod for a little while. How dare you? I thought better of you. What? It's a freaking pillow. Relax. Yeah, you remember that, Mary? You remember her? What the heck was her name? I don't even remember anymore. Lolita or something like that. Sleep hygiene is important. Combine that with the fact that I always tell you, I got little pieces of electric tape over every LED in the bedroom. It is dark. I mean, it is almost sensory deprivation dark in my bedroom, and I sleep so much better. When you open your eyes, it's as dark as if your eyes were closed. Like there's no light. No light. That's so glorious. It's so beautiful. I have two motion activated lights on the way to the bathroom. Because the bathroom's, you know, it's in the bedroom for all intents and purposes. It's part of the bedroom. But I have and they're very, very, very dim. So I don't bash my freaking toes on some furniture or whatnot. So I have a coffee table. My bedroom's like a one-bedroom apartment, you know. Then there's the rest of the house. You know, I like that whole kind of hotel feel I got going. I got a coffee table, I got chairs, the whole bit. I made it a replica of one of the suites at Aria. I admit it. But being that it's black and that little light comes on, just enough so I don't kill myself, I can fall back to sleep quick, or I get up and work, one or the other. If it's after 4, I just start working. I'm like, what's the point of going back to bed for an hour and a half? Sometimes that's the most glorious sleep. Depends what's pressing. But if it's 2, I can fall right back to sleep because it's just so dark in there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What are you talking about? I know exactly what you're talking about. She's in the... Yeah, okay, Dave, you know, she, and then one time she was she did go off the rails on me for something, and she was like, oh, you know, I was day drinking and whatnot, whatever. I'm just like, hey, you know, we're all good. We're allowed to disagree. Contrary to popular belief, we're allowed, as long as we're not, I will never, ever, ever, ever agree to disagree about anything ethically, morally, or morally. I won't agree. If I feel what we're discussing has an ethical component or a moral component, I'm not doing the we agree to disagree bullshit. You know, I mean, I'm just going to say, you know, no. I'm going to always stand on the side of morality and ethics. You know, that's just the way it is. So we're not going to agree to disagree that, you know, drag racers should be freaking bouncing little kids on their laps. You know, we're not gonna agree to disagree about that. Sorry, that's just morally and ethically wrong. However, anything else, I don't care. It's okay to disagree. It's absolutely okay. But you know, this individual couldn't get past that. It's a freaking pillow. It's a pillow. How am I supporting whatever? I don't know. Even if I was. If it's a good pillow, it's a good pillow. Now, would I buy a pillow that Hussein, what's his name, made? No, I'd worry about there being something in there that could poison me. I get maybe there was some validity into it. She was she was 420 forward. It's so weird driving over here and passing all the 420 spots. I mean, people are going in there. I see like girls with bikinis walking down to like the 420 spots, you know, like on the back way here, like it's nothing. I'm just like, and sometimes I see it at night too when I leave here. I'm like, what are you, nuts? But the amount of people who are just like, hey, let's go get stupid. I don't get it, but again, to each their own. But just the sheer amount of people, and a lot of couples I notice. I always see a lot of couples like coming in and out. Like I'm talking about the giant ones, like, you know, the size of like 5 warehouses that are, you know, over by Industrial Boulevard. I mean, a lot of couples. It's like, is that they're like bond? Hey, you know, do you agree to take this person in their bond for, you know, better for worse? I mean, I guess that's what keeps them together. Go for it. Whatever. And you're supporting all the people I mean, whatever. You know, I don't know. Whatever. Whatever's clever. Alright, what else? We got time to play What's on the Phone? I don't think so. I want it so bad. We gotta do like a good 2-3 hour live stream. Because that's fun. Who are you? Good to see you. How you doing? I wish I could. Do I have time? We got a little bit of time, not much. Alright, I'll show you something quick. Want to see something quick? I'll show you something. Alright, I get it. Alright, let's see. I got stuff. Hold on. Alright, I got a question, because I know where I'm going with this. Alright. I was seeing this thing where this woman's like, oh, I'm a strong, independent woman. I forgot where she was posting or whatever. I'm like, then why are you wearing a pound of makeup? If you're so confident and secure and strong and independent and I am woman, hear me roar, what do you got all that makeup on for? You know, I don't really get that. I do not get that. Let me see if I can find one of these pictures I was thinking about. Oh, you want to see one? Yeah. You don't want to get that close to me, do you? Alright, check this out. This is legitimately the same person. Yeah, I've seen, I saw Chris Nat and Auntie Thursday night. I seen them that's the same person. That is, and this one's over here saying, I'm a strong, independent woman, I'm confident, I'm this. Well, then be yourself. Be true to yourself. I mean, I don't care if you look like that. That's my choice, whatever. I mean, really? I don't understand this. I don't understand that. You know, that boggles my mind. Okay, we'll play a little more. Alright. What women think they'll do when the economy collapses versus what they really will do. That's some funny shit right there. You know, but I'm strong and independent. I'm strong and independent. I'm confident and I'm brave. And you go, girl. You're beautiful. You know, like women constantly gassing each other up. I'd rather see a woman without makeup than a woman who relies on makeup. You know? I mean, I don't care. Just level the freaking playing field. If you're so strong and confident and brave, don't put that shit on your face. Because one, it's catfishing. Imagine you go to bed with her and you wake up with her. Now, would you scream? No. But there is a distinct difference. So half her face ends up on your pillow? What the fuck is that? But these are the women who are running around, you know, calling men like lame, and they're all liars. And like whenever a woman starts with the real man thing, a real man would do this, a real man would do that, a real man would do this, a real man would give you attention, a real man would pay your bills, a real man wouldn't care about this or that, a real man wouldn't care how many men you slept with. Whenever you hear a real man would, you know that's a walking friggin' red flag, you know? A real man. Oh, let me shame you. You're defining what a real man is when you're doing that to your face? Really? What about a real woman, you know? What about a real woman? A real woman shouldn't have to paint their faces on every day. I don't care what you look like. And the playing field was level, because she's a solid 7, 8 with makeup on, and a 3 or 4 without, and obviously with an acne condition. So, like, there you go. She's a 7 with makeup on, looking at guys going, I could do better than him. No, that's your freaking makeup talking. That's your makeup talking. You cannot do better than him. You would be lucky to be with this guy, because he's also a 4 or a 5 who's in your league. So that you're basing your preferences on how you look with makeup on? If I was going to ban one thing, if I was honestly going to ban, if I had the power to ban something, it would be makeup. Society would return to normal if makeup was banned. Society would turn back to normality if makeup was banned. I mean, I don't mind makeup. I find it attractive, but also find natural attractive. You have to, you know? I mean, it shouldn't make a difference. It's just like enhancing it, you know? But it would just level the playing field. Everything would be all back to normal again. You know, all the attitudes would go away. You know, all the feminism would get corrected back to center. You know, the online hookers, you know, there'd be none of that shit. Like, there's that one online hooker that made $82 million on OF. $82 million? What? $82 million. I mean, I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind if a woman, you know, puts her face on or whatever. Just don't base that, because that is not the real you. It's not the real you. So don't base your personality, how you present yourself, your aura shouldn't be like based on that. Because the minute you, I mean, you see most of these women who are like, whoa, you know, without makeup, they're barely average. Barely average. And average is good. The word average doesn't mean bad. The word average means average. Average means the middle of the bell curve. You got your extraordinarily ugly people over here, and you got the extraordinarily beautiful people over there. But everyone else is in this part of the bell curve. There's nothing wrong with being average. There's nothing wrong with it. Average is normal. But, you know, but I'm going to base my whole personality, and it comes out of a tube? What? I mean, you know how preposterous that is? And then, you know, talking about a real man this and a real man that. No man's going to tell me what to do. They'll tell your ass what to do when you're not wearing makeup. If they ban makeup, you'd be saying, What do you want me to do now? Which bathroom do you want me to clean? Because you wouldn't be making all your money, you know? What would you like for dinner? Because I can't put on makeup. It's a whole different thing going on. Whole different thing. Level the playing field. Society would get correct again. But that's all I got to say about that. Just remember this. And then think about AI. Think about AI too. What's going on in AI is extraordinarily messed up. Why am I upside down? Want to see something crazy? Want to see where AI is gone? I'll show you this really, really quickly. I wanted to show you all the new trends that are taking place. Anyone been to Cracker Barrel lately? We didn't get around to talking about that. Oh, this is a new trend where they pretend like they're showing a product, but they have a breast exposed. That's how they're getting past the algorithm on Facebook. They take the product and they're like, oh, look at this, this is great. There's a link in the description. Every once in a while, they pull it up and fully expose a breast, and it gets past the algorithm. You want to see? You want to see? Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, and this strong, independent women. Here, watch. Oh, okay, you got me, bro. You got me. And there's a whole bunch like that where the dudes are like catching you. Alright, hold everything. I'll find a good one. Oh, this might be one. Hold on. Oh, I ain't gonna go freaking looking for it now. Forget about that. Oh, the other one that they're getting around is they're doing body paint. Like full-blown freaking body paint. So they're naked. I used to photograph a lot of body paint. So they're full-blown freaking naked, and they're on Facebook, just butt-ass naked with paint on, and for some reason, pew, straight past the algorithm. Life is interesting. But if I did that, I'd be the bad guy. Alright, I'll show you something interesting. Oh, there's one. You want to see? Check this out. That's a bathing suit. That's paint. It's not a bathing suit. But the algorithm can't figure that shit out. That is nuts. Nutso. Alright, let's see. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, you want to see AI? Well, check this out. This is AI. Hey, that's AI. That's what they're doing to Granny. Poor Granny. And some more AI. Look at the hands. That's not real. That's AI. Crazy, right? And men are in the comment section like, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, you're so hot. And some dude in Pakistan's like, you stupid American. Anyway, so that's what's on the phone. But it's worth talking about. Alright, I'm so wound up. And I'm so excited to be out of the house. But I got shit to do. So let me check something real quick. No, I'm not checking out Granny. I guess that's a kink, you know? So you take like an 80-year-old woman's head and put her on an AI body, and dudes are like, how you doing? Alright, cool. Alright, where are we? Let me check out some comment activities. So, thank you, Maria for the 10, Mary Leathers for the 10, Venus and Jim for the 10. Coffee covered. Thank you. Alright, anyhow. So that was fun. I mean, I had other things to talk about, but I was just in the mood to rant and have some fun. It's good to get out. It's good to get out. I haven't been out in a while. And I gotta get back, and believe it or not, I got work to do. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, I did want to check comments. Let's see the comments activities. Those things would be hitting their knees. Something to be said for that too. Went to Cracker Barrel about 2 weeks ago. Felt, yeah, I get it. Head on one swing. Yeah, I mean, people get swindled by those romance cons all the time. I mean, I was reading this one article about, like some woman, like some guy said he was Tom Cruise, you know, and he was, you know, he fell in love with her in a group, and she divorced her husband, sent him all the money, and it turned out to be some dude in Nigeria and shit. Yeah, Tom Cruise is just gonna, like, reach out and say, hey, baby, you're the love of my life. But people believe what they want to believe. He was at the Cracker Barrels. Yeah, I just want to go see the... We used to go to the Cracker Barrel during live streams. That was fun, you know, Bass Pro Shops and Cracker Barrels. Go buy some of that old... I love that old-fashioned candy. My wife does both. What are we talking about? Sounds good, though. For you. Keep it clean. Why in the world is... Yeah, 80 million... Yeah, she said $80 million she made. She was bragging about how she almost made as much as LeBron James. That's kind of fucked up that LeBron James makes $82 million. The hell's he contributing to society? Ooh, you bounce a ball. Ooh. Whoa. Bouncing a ball. How does playing with a ball, like some type of massive accomplishment? I don't get that. Bouncing a ball. It should be like the least paid people, but whatever. It's a skill. Yeah. Online hookers make a lot of money. The average one doesn't make a lot, but, you know, I'm strong and independent, but I show my butthole for freaking $5 to strangers. Cool. Yeah, I'm real strong and independent. Am I going to the new Costco? Is that me? I haven't been to I found I can't do anything with Costco or Sam's Club because I just don't buy in bulk or whatever. All I eat's meat. Although you can get some cheap meat there if I'm willing to butcher it. What the hell's that? Some drunks are heading this way on skunk scooters. I go there for Christmas, just to look at Christmas stuff, but even that wasn't fun. I did some body. Want to see some body painting? I done photographed me some body painting. Happy, happy, happy. Do I have any body painting? Wow, you're loud and obnoxious. Oh, there's one. Alright, a couple last what's in Bror's phones. Alright, I used to photograph a lot of body paintings. That's, for all intents and purposes, naked, but it's not vulgar. I mean, that's just cool, right? That's just boss. Let's see, what else do I got? Da-da-da-da-da. I got stuffs. I'm trying to find some artistical stuff. Like that. And that's just awesome, right? I have some other body paint. Shout out Buddy Pink. Willie Nelson. Bodyscapes. That's water and mineral oil, and then you spritz water on it. What else I got? What else I got? I like playing what's on the phone because it's fun. It's good times. Good times are had by all. I'm trying to find the other one. Where's the other one? Somewhere. Good time. Oh, that sounded like yeah, I was a pro. One day, yeah, maybe that's what we'll do next time. Maybe I'll show you some of my professional work. No AI. Alright people, I'm gonna get going. Because it is late. But anyway, I appreciate you hanging out. Wish I could stay a little longer, but it was fun. I'm wound up, but it's great to get out, and it was great to see you all. And yeah, look forward to doing it again. Might do it twice next week. We shall see. We shall see. Because I need something to break up the middle of the week. Just might do that. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. One last time, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least one time a week, maybe two next. And I appreciate it. And you do all the links, and if anyone Venmo to Cash App, they don't send it to me instantaneously, I will find out later, and I will thank you, and I do appreciate it. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out. You like that little swish?